but they think unshakable faith is like, I just have to have faith and do this thing. No, you do the thing before you have to have the faith.
Mhm.
See, I think that's what gets people in a lot of trouble is I want to have the habits. So when I need the habits, they're there for me to utilize. And so I focus on, okay, what does a disciplined UFC fighter look like? The day I said I want to be in the UFC, I was already in there.
Mhm.
See, what my coach didn't get was he didn't realize I'm already in that place. It's intentional.
Mhm.
It's speaking in such a way and acting in such a way where it's it's there's a saying thoughts, feelings, actions, results, right? And the action's the bridge. It's the bridge. But if you have to have the thoughts right first. If the thoughts aren't right, the actions aren't going to be right.
Mhm.
If the thoughts are wrong, then the feelings are going to be wrong, then the actions are going to be wrong, then you're going to get crappy results.
Mhm.
And so if you think as if you already have it, your actions will play as if, and you'll manifest that reality.
Well, take us through that first fight. That first fight where
Yeah.
you're walking into the ring, where the octagon closes. You're stuck in that cage now. There's no getting
Yeah.
out. There's the fans. There's the high. There's the TV. What was going in your mind? It's like, yeah, I'm here.
Yeah.
Shoot, I'm here.
So my fight, um, Trevor is like, I can't believe we did this. How did we do this? And I was like, hey, we did it. And now let's see what else we can do as we're going through the process. So I'm walking to the cage and I knew this guy was a dangerous fighter. He had heavy hands and he could hurt you. And I knew like, okay, I gotta be smart. Um, but here's what's interesting. So sometimes people think being being smart is avoiding things. That is the worst thing to do in a fight, especially a high level fight. I cannot avoid him. And if I try to avoid his power, I'm going to definitely get hit by his power. So I have to be able to stay in the moment, stay focused, react when I need to react, and respond when I need to respond. I wanted to stay close and in the pocket with him because he's a longer guy. And I didn't want to be at the end of his punches because that would make for a long, long night. Now, to your entrepreneurs, SWOTs, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. And they're always there all the time, whether you're in a UFC arena or whether you're in the entrepreneurial arena.
Mhm.
So I wanted to maximize on my strengths, lower his strengths, maximize on his weaknesses, lower my weaknesses, find my opportunities, and avoid the threats. His threat, two heavy hands. He can hurt you. He can hurt you bad. And he's longer than strengths. He's longer than I am. He has more than I do. He had probably more jujitsu skills back then because I was still, even though I was polished, I was still very new to the game. I hadn't played it that long. And so he had that. The weaknesses, I had the his weaknesses, he didn't have wrestling. And I knew that.
Mhm.
Um, I know he's used to keeping people at the end of his punches. So I was going to smother him and stay really, really close. The opportunities, when those come, you just have to take them, and I know, Fong, you know about that. Like when it comes, you have to know that it's coming. And unfortunately, I wish I could tell people like you're just gonna know. No, you have to have experience to know. Like you have to go through the reps. It is what it is, and that's why everybody tells you you have to go through reps because even when an person is telling you what to do and what to look for, you're not gonna know until you've gone through your process. You have to go through your process.